Clientele was very, very focused on white, light-skinned girls.
Remember this: God's rejection is your protection. It's so many things that protected me from the things that rich people participate in.
Hey, according to Jeffrey Epstein, he said he ain't want no black girls on his island. He said they was hard to manipulate and hard to control. I know a compliment when I hear one. Thank you, Mr. Jeffrey.
Because what you mean, according to the Epstein files, he had a specific rule of no black girls, right? Because according to him, they're hard to manipulate and even harder to control. Translation, he was afraid that they were too smart and they would fight back. Strike a win for stereotypes saving the day.
Being black saved their life. The E-files came out, and Mr. E said he didn't want to see any ends on his island, especially no female ends. And I was so pleasantly happy to read it. I was like, wow, for the first time, being black was a protection and a safety for women. What are you guys' thoughts? Drop it below.
No black.
So, as of today, there hasn't been black victims in the Epstein files. Have there been black celebrities, black people on the logs? Yes. Has there been any damning evidence towards them? Not yet, right? So they're not free. But as of now, there's been no black female victims, and here's insight on why.
Black girls allowed on Epstein Island? Here's why. Jeff gave in at some point and told him, yes, I'll find some friends. Jeff wanted young, fresh girls, virgins. He told, don't bring me any words. Never ever brought any friends. At this point in the interview.
So this is somebody named Jeff talking to one of the recruiters. I don't know if you guys remember, but one of those girls, after she was taken advantage of, she didn't want it to happen anymore. So she started to just recruit for him. She said, I don't want him to do it to me no more. So maybe if I go recruit other girls, he'll leave me alone. So that's what she did. And this guy was saying, don't bring me any words. No black girls, don't bring them over here.
Attorney Barry advised the following. At Epstein's request, she at times met people on the beach, may have told them something to the effect of, if you want to party, go to Epstein's. Following statement. Shook her shoulders and head in the affirmative. Clarified that after what Jeff had done to her, she did not want it. The grapes and actual assaults to be repeated. She decided finding other girls for him, strangers she found in town, might spare her more. No black girls.
As long as they wasn't black. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. As of now, there were no black victims. I'm going to call that a good thing. You know, I feel bad for all the other victims. You get what I mean? But I guess chocolate wasn't on the menu at Epstein Island.
And happy Black History Month, y'all, because nothing says Black excellence like finding out that Black girls were not allowed to be on Epstein Island. To me, that's not discrimination. That's divine protection. Black folks weren't allowed to get on the Titanic either, and we saw how that turned out. No Epstein Island, no Titanic. Sometimes oppression can actually save your life.
Hello, have you had a good experience with Okash?
Yes, of course. I borrowed 500,000 naira on it, and after 90 days, I repaid 635,000 naira. It is a
life.
He told, don't bring me any N-words. Never ever brought any friends. At this point in the interview, Attorney Barry advised the following. At Epstein's request, she at times met people on the beach and may have told them something to the effect of, if you want to party, go to Epstein's. Following statement. Shook her shoulders and head in the affirmative. Clarified that after what Jeff had done to her, she did not want it. The grapes and actual assaults to be repeated. And she decided finding other girls for him, strangers she found in town, might spare her more abuse.
Yo, so I'm thinking about it, and I really think we're asking the wrong question. Why didn't they have black people there? Like, for real. Like, really think about that question. I know a lot of y'all are going to be like, oh, it's obvious they were racist. But they were literally essaying, unaliving, and assaulting all the white people there. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that to their own kind? You feel me? Then I'm like, okay, maybe it's just because, like, I'm gonna just use black men as an example. Black men are strong, some black men, but I feel like we're all strong. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I feel like black men would have been a fight. You know what I'm saying? But then you have people like Sasha Riley, who literally could fight and defend themselves, and they still abuse. You know what I'm saying? So I really feel like we really need to start thinking about what we're actually saying. Obviously, we don't want it. We definitely did not, us black people, no, we didn't. I'm sure none of them wanted to, you know what I'm saying, be there. But why not black people? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Why not abuse black folks? We went through slavery. So do other races, but we definitely did. So why not black people? You know?
Hi people, let me say this carefully because this conversation needs care. There's a video going viral about Epstein files and a lot of black people are reacting with relief. Some are saying, thank God, our names weren't there. Others are saying they didn't want black people anyway. And then there's this uncomfortable ideas floating around that sometimes racism accidentally protected us. So guys, let's dive into the videos. Drop your thoughts in the comment section, like and share the videos. We'll come back and talk about it.
Anyways, it's only 2 days into Black History Month and racism done saved our black babies. Epstein said he didn't want no knitters, if you get me, on his island. I know that's right. Thank you.
You know, I did hear allegedly that black kids weren't allowed on the island, but my immediate response wasn't the same as the most, which was like, God bless being black, like racism benefited us for once. My immediate thought was that something more heinous was in store for us, or that we weren't like valued as human beings enough to be on the island, or like our voices centered in the stories of trauma. I don't think black people were excused from all the like grotesque, predatory, pedophilic behavior that was going on. If anything, I just feel like we are fetishized in a very unique way where it's almost as if it doesn't need to be platformed because people are so ashamed. I feel like the same could be said for like, you know, any marginalized community, fat people, trans people, gay people, disabled people. Like, people fetishize us and want to like harm us in like sexual violatory ways. I don't even know if violatory is a word. I just threw that in there because it felt like it made sense. But I also feel like with everything coming out with Epstein, like apparently, like I think they said like 1 million pages were released or some like insane number. And I just want to remind everyone that like these are some serious things coming out. And I know a lot of us have like been very desensitized to like the very systemic harmful things that have been happening as far as abusers and bigotry go. But I just want to remind everyone that not everyone has the same sense of humor, and it's very sensitive subject matter. And yeah. I'm sending strength and love to everyone affected by stuff like this, whether they are directly affected and like have long-standing trauma from the island, or they're just people who have experienced trauma, or they're just people that don't like hearing about it, because it's going to be rough as people are unpacking everything within these files.
Jeffrey didn't want any black girls on that island. I mean, would you look at God? Racism really worked out in our favor.